Find all of my favorite products in my Amazon storefront. Link in the description box.
I'll take care of you, make you happy.
Hey you guys, so I in no way want to discourage anyone from becoming a school nurse. I really feel like what I experienced and why I left is very specific to my experience. I don't believe that every school nurse position is structured this way. It's just the particular way that this one was structured. And it's really not even the school's fault because the school was not my employer. I was employed through the hospital. I know you guys are really excited to get into the video and would like to hear what I have to say, but if you don't mind, please go ahead and consider subscribing and liking this channel. It really helps me out and I would love for you to join the family. I saw the listing. I saw that there was a school nurse position and I was so excited because, again, being an LPN, you get told that the only places that you'll be able to work is a long-term care facility and home health. And I'm definitely not here to judge whatsoever. I have many videos from my past when I worked as a home health nurse. Actually, I would recommend for nurses to keep a home health job on the side just to get some extra money. What I'm saying is there are more opportunities than what I just listed. There won't be any other position. You'll barely find something in the hospital. Like, there's nothing out there for you, girl. What are you doing? Why would you go to school for your LPN? And then when you're actually an LPN, you're like, y'all are lying. There's tons of positions. There's tons of things to do as an LPN and really great jobs out there. So when I saw the school nurse position, I was really excited because I didn't know that LPNs could become a school nurse. So I did the interview. I believe I had like 3 interviews and I did end up getting the position, obviously, but going into it, I did not know what the pay was. It was less than anything that I've made as a nurse, but I wasn't really that upset about it, and I'll tell you why. So it was less, but it was salaried, right? The position was Monday through Friday. It had all the holidays off, paid, breaks off, paid. So Christmas is 2 weeks paid. Spring break is a week paid. Whenever there's a professional development day, that's still in office, but it's paid. So I was like, oh, that is excellent. I really like that. So again, it kind of evened itself out because though it was lower in pay, you got a lot of time off that was paid, and I felt like that really does even out. And also the benefits were good. So I went ahead and I accepted the position at that time. It was new, so it was the first time that they would have nurses at this specific school, and the first time that this hospital was going to introduce nurses, their own specific like vetted nurses, into the school. So I went ahead and I accepted it, and it was great, and it was great for a while. The only drawbacks are, I think going forward, I will never be in another position that I'm the only healthcare provider on site. Now again, there was 3 of us, but we each individually had a building. So again, we were under the supervision of the RN, but the RN had her own building and it was super busy, and I never want to work in another position that I'm the only healthcare provider because it can be scary. And not only are you taking care of the kids, you're taking care of the adults too. So it's a huge responsibility, and it was a lot during COVID. But other than that, I thought it was a great idea and I had every intention on coming back. Now again, it was extremely new, so I knew by the end of the school year, going into the next school year, that I would no longer be salary and that I will be hourly. The issue with becoming an hourly employee working in a school is that they take so much time off. So that means during the whole entire summer, if I didn't find a job in the hospital, now I worked for the hospital, but I didn't come internally from the hospital, so I didn't have a position to go back to. I had to kind of figure out, like, if they were having like a vaccine clinic, I could sign up for that. But if there wasn't anything available, I didn't have a job to go back to have money coming in. So for the whole entire summer, whenever it was spring break, that was a whole week off, and they only gave us, I think, 2 weeks vacation. So if I wanted to get paid, then I had to use my vacation time. And then after that, yeah, so spring break, that was the week off. Christmas break, that was 2 weeks off. There's what, Labor Day, there's all kind of just days that they decide to take off for whatever reason, or whatever else is out there. That's like, most schools have the day off. I wouldn't get paid for those days. And again, the pay The only reason why it worked out is because I had all of that time. But it just didn't make sense to me at that point after they switched us to being hourly. I didn't have control over when the school was going to be open and when the school was going to be closed. So it's just like, I will be out of luck. Like, unless I sign up specifically, have it in my head that I have 2 jobs, I don't want to have to work 2 jobs to make one 40-hour work week. Again, it really wasn't the specific job, but as far as what it was, how it was structured, it just didn't work.
Again, it was the very first year that they were introducing nurses from the hospital to the school. So with the program being extremely new, definitely still had kinks to work out, and I believe in time they will only get better, and it will be a awesome process in the future. And I'm really excited for the growth and for the school to have vetted nurses from this hospital. I think is awesome. But for me, it just was not going to work out. And they didn't suffer at all. I let them know way in advance that I was not coming back. So, you know, everything worked out. I didn't leave anybody high and dry. And it's a very appealing position, you know. I know that they were able to fill the position really quickly. I know that personally, so that's really good. So yeah, I don't have really anything bad to say about the position itself. It was just the way that it was. Again, keyword of the day is structured. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you guys. It wasn't necessarily the nature of the position. It was just the way that it was structured. Got it? Cool.
So that's all that I have to say about that. Again, if you guys are interested in what I'm doing now, I love it so much. It's the best job that I've ever had in my life. I give more detail or go into detail about what I do now, and I'll leave that video in the description box below. But I hope you guys kind of understand why I hope I explained that the best that I could. But if you have any questions, don't forget to leave it in the description box below. That's all I have for you today. Take care. Bye.